Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Old Gray Bricks Messy Monday. We are here we got Matthew, we got Paul Denabricks, we got Captain Xavier, we got Jeff VW. Our good buddy Fazoom is, he's sick and said he was losing his voice. He's like running a temperature and actually got the crud. And Dana is out working on work-related work items. Such as it is.
9 to 5.
We're all hanging out doing messy Lego-y things. Matthew is sorting. What are you holding up? What is that?
It's the Mohawk head. It's a great.
Oh, okay. Is that like cat hair stuck to it, or?
Yes, almost certainly.
About right.
And in the chats, we got GLS, Battery Powered Bricks, Entertainingly Lame, Stever, Did I Hear a Rockin' Stone? And Iceberg Bricks joining us from the Twitch. So, welcome to everybody in the chats. We're all just this is our Messy Monday show. We're just chilling out. We're just yakking about whatever. I am currently working on the big snot pieces for the center of Zane's Ice Dragon. I'm building this set. Zane's Ice Dragon. Technically, this is Small Paul's set, but he doesn't like to build sets that are really large because it takes a long time. So I'm building it because I want to build something. And there's Yvonne VW in the chats as well.
Oh, thanks,
His predilection for playing with completed sets, I guess, underlines why Lego cares about play features when adult collectors like me generally could care less about play features.
Well, some of it is that, but some of it is like Small Paul will build his own things, but they tend to be like hand size, like small little things that he builds. He doesn't want to have to he's kind of ADHD and also impatient because he's just a kid, and he doesn't like to have to sit down and build for an extended period of time. He wants to just kind of like,
if it takes too long, it's not worth it.
Yeah, it just takes too long. He wants to skip to the part where he gets to enjoy it. So I don't know.
No, I get that. That makes sense.
Yeah. Everyone has their own building style and what they're in the mood to build, and some people like the more play features, some people like the more on the shelf, and it just depends.
Yeah, I mean, Small Paul does actually, he builds his own little things, but they're just smaller. I mean, you can give him a box of bricks and he'll build something out of it and make a little something, but yeah.
And it's true too. I mean, I think back, when I was a kid, I had one big set, the Galaxy Explorer, but I also had like smaller little space sets, and those wouldn't take all that long together. And today I would, as an adult, I would look at them and be like, oh, that's such a small set. But as a kid, it was fine. And I also have ADHD. I wasn't diagnosed as a kid, but apparently those were the right length for my attention span and my interest level at that point.
Yeah. I mean, if like you say, if it was like a $20 set, then he'd be good with it. But these bigger sets, like he got a few big sets for Christmas, and we spread it out over the week of his vacation. So like we'd build for a little while and then take a break and go play some video games and then build some more a little bit later and that kind of thing. But he's not here, and he's at his mom's all week because it's his midwinter break. So I figured I'll build his dragon for him, and that way when he comes back over, he can just enjoy his dragon.
So nice of you. I mean, I had to get something to build.
It is sacrifice.
Such a sacrifice.
Yeah.
If you need help building stuff, I'll come over. I don't mind.
Well, this is the only set I have to build right now, so.
Yeah, so this weekend I was actually got back to my Lego room, and I had COVID for much of the week, and I felt super tired. the Saturday actually felt well enough that I was up here and trying to recover the room from the convention, and then we had to rearrange the room for a certain TV show that we did not get cast on, but we got far enough that we did a all-day Zoom video, and so everything tons of stuff got moved around. The one thing that I will take away from my experience of dealing with TV production folks is just the amount of time that you spent, like, okay, the lighting, can you change that? Can you move that back 2 inches? Can you move that forward 2 inches? Which I understand, like, they're professionals and they're not doing it just to be a pain in the butt, but it does matter. It's just something that I, as a casual consumer of video product, never think about is, the lighting. I just enjoy the content.
Yeah.
And well, I was talking to Maddie about our on the Monday. We had to do this Zoom where all we did was tweak the lighting and figure out the positioning of the camera and all this kind of stuff. And he said at one point the lady asked me if I could move it back like a little bit more, and she goes, "You made this face," and I said, "Oh, did I?" I said that was probably where my patience was beginning to run out, going like, "Okay, really? Do we have to move the camera again?" Oh, Ant Bandit's here. I'm sure he knows all about moving the camera, not just inches, but like fractional distances for his Zoom close-ups. I can only imagine how many times he thinks he's got it all set up, and he looks through the camera lens or eyelet, and he goes, "Oh, there's a cat hair," and he has to blow it off, or he has to move something like a fraction of a millimeter because it's not quite right. You're muted, sir. I see your lips moving. No volume? I can't hear you.
Yeah, we're not receiving you over here.
There is no pain you are receiving.
You hear me?
Now it's
Yeah. I was gonna just like put words in his mouth as he opened it and talked.
like one of
I'm
those
Dead Man.
readings.
I just need someone to speak for me while I move my mouth, just like a Muppet or something,
Do it one more time. Hey, yo, this is Kermit the Frog here.
How are you guys doing?
Doing better.
Good. Yeah, I was getting over sickness after our convention as well. I was down for the count for a while, and I'm back at it now. So
Yeah, I think I
con
personally
crud.
got COVID, but lots of people got convention crud. It was very tight space, and that was one downside of the tightness, is that whatever people had was out there in the air. So yeah.
Yep. What a great convention, though.
It was good.
Well, I'm really glad that the TikTok folks seem to have a good time. I mean, I had a good time, but then, it's the circumstances are, it's down the street for me, and, a friend,
Yeah.
Jeff, came and stayed. So, like, not only did I have fun at the convention, but, we got the sort until 12:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that was fun.
For the parts drafts that you guys were sorting for the parts drafts.
Yes, we were.
Our parts draft was better than yours, man. No, wait, maybe not.
Watch it now. Hey, watch it. Hey, Matthew, did you have a microphone attached to your hip? Because I bet you didn't.
I don't think she needed it, to be perfectly honest. She's got a loud enough voice and she's commanding presence, but
It's about the the visual of it all, the perception. The person with the mic around.
She had the power.
So I usually teach classes that are like, 25 to 30. And sometimes I've taught classes as much as like 75. But I once was hired to teach a class at Kennesaw State in a room of 250 people. And I had to actually wear one of those lapel mics. And it was really weird the first week. I had a headache by the end of each class because you hear your voice at a slight delay because the mic picks it up and it broadcasts it to the room, and it was really strange. And the headache thing went away, but now I will say that it completely cured me of stage fright. There's nothing quite like getting up in front of 250 people and using a microphone and thinking, wow, if I do something stupid, there's a lot of eyeballs that are going to see me do something really stupid. I don't really get nervous before getting up in front of class anymore. I used to get nervous, but now I don't. So.
Awesome.
That's the one upside, I guess, of it beat the nervousness out of me.
So I just got done talking to our friend John Palmer, which was a lot of fun. We had like an hour-long chat about Moonbase and space and Lego and all kinds of fun stuff. He's a nice guy.
Plants?
So
did he talk about plants?
Yeah, he did talk about his gardening. So I was happy to hear about his gardening. He said he's very obsessive over it, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I'm working on that Moonbase video, which Mark, I still need to figure out your availability for if you're still up for that.
Yeah. Sorry, I just sort of I never got back to you last week. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's all good. I wouldn't have been able to do it last week either, so that totally worked out. I think we can definitely figure out a time, though. I just want to make sure I get you involved in that because of I'm getting all the major space heavy hitter boys in to chime in about Moonbase, so that'll be a lot of fun. Do I look like I'm just completely blown out under this light right now? I think I do. Yep.
Sort of, but that's okay. We're not really a professional show.
Yeah. It's you're very heavily lighted. You need some SPF 200 by the basis of this how your skin looks in it.
Yeah, probably. Or just step out of the lights.
It could be the massive planet light behind you. Is that a sun or a Death Star?
It's the sun. I captured the sun and I put it into this. So
wouldn't that be lighting up the back of his head? Not the he's got light shining.
Yeah, I have a.
Well,
there's another one right
in
here.
the head. It could be going right through. It could be, anyway.
Hey, I'm an expert on lighting now.
You can produce a very well-oiled audition shoot.
I know the lighting in my legroom is not great, but I don't really want to have a light shining in my face while I'm sorting. So there's that. Snakes. I never ever use these Lego snake parts. It's one of those things that I have a lot of Lego snakes. I guess if I ever do Indiana Jones, I could do the snake pit because they're not getting used anywhere else.
I usually use snakes if I'm making some kind of jungle thing, and I might throw one in there attached to a tree or something like that. That's the only time I ever use the snakes.
Snakes alive. So at my house, I'm working on my big mosaic project, and I have
It's a really weird kind of angle that is trying to figure out what you're doing.
He's glowing, literally.
Well, now you're closer.
I'm just down here doing this.
Yeah.
I'm working on an animation, so I've got my camera down here. It's another one of the short ones that I've been doing on my Instagram.
Yeah.
I did that space one last week, which has, I guess, surprisingly blown up. Oh, hey, Aubrey, nice shirt. Thank you. Got this at Atlanta BrickCon as well. But yeah, I did that little, it's like a 15-second space animation, and it has, at this point, I think it's 170,000 views or something like that on Instagram, which is wild. So I want to do more of these really short kind of TikTok-y style animations, which don't take too long to make. So this is the one that I'm doing with the man Johnny Thunder and the Baron. So it should be. I'm going to release it for Johnny Thunder Thursday, which is the thing that people do on Instagram. Is Johnny Thunder Thursday.
Is that a thing?
It's a thing. It's I mean, like Brett Hooper and I think Brickfam Builds, a few other Lego Instagrammers like to do it. You just post adventures, Johnny Thunder stuff, just every Thursday. It's been going on for 2 years now. This Thursday is actually like I think it's like the 2-year anniversary of the hashtag. So it's fun. It's a fun thing to participate in.
Sounds cool.
The Lego world is so big. It's kind of remarkable how you can be in one area of Lego and not even know about these other things that exist in some other part of Lego world. So
Yep. For sure.
So a few moments ago, you mentioned building with snakes, and I've probably shown this before, but it's the building I used with the one style snake in the
yeah. Well, the
design
white
on
ones in
bottom.
particular, they also make great smoke curls on buildings. The white ones.
Yeah.
do.
Well, if you take 2 of those snakes and put them like back to back or body to body, they actually lock together a little bit. Like their teeth go into the stud hole below.
Nice. I hadn't
So-
tried that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
discovered that one day, and I'm like, oh no.
Battery powered bricks made a suggestion to make a snake roof.
Ooh.
Hey, if you got enough snakes, it could work.
Well, you were talking about how many snakes you had, so
Dude, snakes alive. I have a
I
lot
feel
of
like Adam just became the ShamWow guy. Sorry.
Do I look like the ShamWow guy?
Just the fact that you're standing up. I don't know. Anyway.
I feel like I gotta. Do you have a Lego base plate?
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
let me tell you about Lego base plates.
the
We're going back and rewatching X-Files to pass the time, and this week, and there was like one background clip where they were showing, what those like late night commercials. Kids of a certain age won't remember these things that I'm talking about, but yeah, the whole one call 1-900 blah 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 blah, get this, send it COD, send your. And then there were the infomercials. Remember the Susan Powder, like weight loss? Stop the insanity.
yeah.
What was the name of the guy that did OxyClean? What was his name?
Billy Mays.
Billy Mays. That's right. Billy Mays here.
OxyClean's it actually is a good product. Like it cleans. I don't.
Matt has stock.
No, I held off buying it for a long time, and I saw some in the grocery store, and I tried it, and man, it cleaned the stains right off a shirt. I was like, all right. I get stains on my clothes, so I was grateful to find something that actually worked.
What's everybody building?
Well, I sort of came to that realization with just using white vinegar to clean.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was we living in Georgia, as at least some of us, half of us here do. You get that black mold that grows on everything.
Yes.
Particularly like shower enclosures or areas that stay damp. And
He said,
I had tried all sorts of bleach cleaners and this and that, and was just really frustrated with it. And I read something about somebody said, yeah, just use white vinegar and water 50-50 and put it in a spray bottle. I did that, and it completely got rid of all of it.
wow.
and it stayed gone. That's the thing. It was like, wow. Because I'm usually skeptical of like homemade remedy kind of stuff. Like, you know, a lot of homemade remedies to me are kind of like, I don't know. But you know, one of those things that works.
Did you guys see the new Ant-Man build?
Your mic is going weird, Jeff.
Hold on.
Jeff, are you running stuff in the background again?
Yeah, it's
usually it's probably
You
better
sound
now.
like you're underwater
Is it better now?
maybe.
talking.
Okay, I can talk more. If you really want me to?
Much
Yeah, that sounds much better.
Yeah, I just
It was
closed.
going. It was like crackly and stuff.
Yeah, I'm building my minifigure stand for Series 24, and I had to open the file up to see what I had done. So I had Studio open. Anyway,
It's Studio does that to you every time.
It does. I knew it would. No one said anything at first, so I was like, okay, maybe it's all right.
Oh, now it's happening again, though.
I think that was a volume thing, though. He talked a little bit louder, and it got.
Could be. Let me know if it's still happening. I'll look for anything else open. Where's my task manager? Anyway. Did you guys
That
see
new
the
Ant-Man set, though.
Yeah, the new Ant-Man set?
I like it. It looks great.
At first, I didn't think it was a Lego set.
I like it too. I saw. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying I was scrolling through Instagram, and I saw it, and I didn't realize it was actually a Lego set at first. Because it looked almost like an action figure.
Yeah, that's why I like it. It actually looks like
Yeah.
I saw a lot of negative complaints from, some people saying it looks ugly, but I don't know. As someone who enjoys like posable, articulated figures, like I think it looks great. I have the Spider-Man, I have the Venom. I think the still pretty rough, but
the Iron Man one was cheaply done. Like the neck breaks way too easily. So I think, but there's ways of fixing that. So
Hopefully my audio is better now.
and it comes with micro figure, which is really cool. That they're doing that for Wasp.
yeah, I kind of want them to make a Wasp though.
Like a posable one, like a construction one.
I think it would look great with the wings. That'd be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see what happened.
I didn't
Is
do
that
it.
any better?
Yeah.
My webcam speaker or mic was being used again. It somehow switched over into my speaker bar.
Oh, okay.
So
StreamYard does that
Thank you.
sometimes.
Yeah.
StreamYard will just randomly pick stuff sometimes when you fire it up.
Yeah. Yeah, my sister messaged me to say your mic sounds crappy still, so I was like, okay, something else then. Anyway,
Here's our Lego. Here's our Lego theory of the week. The Marvel figure sets are the reason why Bionicle will never come back. They're so profitable.
Interesting. I was going to ask because I don't know how well they're doing because I feel like a lot of people wrote the Iron Man off as something. I saw it went on sale, and then the Spider-Man and the Venom were cheaper. Like I don't know if I would consider them profitable, but maybe they are.
Well, didn't the Iron Man skyrocket back up to popularity once they made that big mech that he slides into? That's sarcasm, for the record.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a product line I buy, but maybe if it scratches that construction itch for certain consumer demographics, maybe they're happy with it.
I didn't think there was a construction itch for any demographic personally, but okay.
Well, kids. There are kids that like to play with things like say,
Yeah, I
small
get it.
ball. You know, you put it together and it moves the arms and the legs.
I was just, being an idiot.
Mhm.
Yeah, although Small Paul doesn't actually really like those very much.
No?
No, he's very particular.
I see.
He's very specific.
Tough consumer to satisfy, it sounds like. I'm glad I don't have to cook him lunch.
Oh,
This way.
I think construction for Lego. I think that's not going away.
I think Adam's running something processor intensive too, because I lost half of what he said.
Can you still hear me?
We can hear you.
You just cut out for a second.
Oh, okay. I do have my animation software running at the same time, so that could be it.
What are you animating? So the Johnny Thunder thing? Or?
Yeah,
Oh, you're actually doing it right now.
I'm actually doing it right now.
Yeah, I think StreamYard is very, very processor heavy and will just consume all available resources. And if you try to run anything else, you'll have issues with it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I noticed earlier when we were doing Lego Masters discussion, I had just another app open to share the photos, the screenshots from the show. And by the end of each discussion episode we were doing, I started to have memory problems because sharing the window through StreamYard for over the course of an hour, there's some kind of memory leak or something that my computer would start throwing up errors about running out of memory and stuff, and it was like, what?
Interesting. Is that just a Mac thing, or?
I'd never had it happen with anything other than StreamYard.
Okay. I'm just trying to poke fun at you, because you like Macs, right?
Oh, yeah. Making fun of Macs is kind of 20 years ago, Jeff.
Yeah, well, I'm.
Like nobody gives a shit anymore.
Oh shoot!
Obviously, Windows users still do.
Well, I built my own PC that I game on, so you're not going to get me on that one either.
Fair enough. Interesting. Battery Powered Brick says he just got the push alert about the stream being live.
Yeah, I don't know if that one is a StreamYard or a YouTube or.
Yeah, well, that would be YouTube.
Yeah.
I would think.
But I don't know if StreamYard is sending through the information to YouTube promptly, or that could be an issue somewhere in the chain of whatever.
There's always something going on. So, I've almost caught up to The Last of Us, thanks to Matt.
Nice.
For letting me watch episode 4 before I did the other ones. But
Making him watch it.
Well, the second I watched it, I'm like, yeah, okay, I want to watch this. Like, episode 4 was hilarious. So.
Hilarious.
I loved it. I thought like that the Game of Thrones character girl in it.
Oh yeah. She's
absolutely hilarious.
Characters, yeah.
Yeah.
I got to say, the minifigures that came with this Ice Dragon they're really metal. Like, look at these dudes.
Cool.
These
Dude.
bone dudes
wow.
and chains and stuff on them. They're all
I love that.
yeah, they're pretty great. Evil.
Yeah, I would say that's one of the other things. We live in the golden age of Lego when it comes to the sheer range of parts and colors that are available to us. But we also live in the golden age of Lego in terms of like the quality of printing on minifigs is just so advanced. It's gotten so much more sophisticated, and we get like arm printing sometimes. Some of the arm printing just blows my mind. It seems like it would be very difficult to manufacture those. Obviously, they figured it out, but it's impressive.
I agree.
I think a lot of that stuff has become much more possible in the past decade or however long. Because the like dual molding and stuff has come so far, you know.
Yeah.
And even just getting like printed T-shirt arms now and stuff like that. I think it's pretty cool. We are a talkative bunch.
Yeah. When you're sorting, do you just like at my house? I just throw all of the Technic into a, oh good heavens, it's Technic, and then it builds up until finally I need something Technic, and then I dump it all out and I look for that one part.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
That's about right.
Yeah, we're not supposed to all do that, but that's what ends up happening every single time.
That and minifig accessories.
Yeah, and I'm trying to fix that right now, and I'm having so much fun organizing it.
Yep, I'm sorting mine right now. Which it's probably been sitting. I've been tossing minifig heads and stuff into it for 6 months, and since I ran out of plates, today. Okay, that wasn't a total disaster. Could have been worse.
Could have been better too. We could have caught that on camera.
Could have been better.
We need just set up a room cam so that anytime something drops, you get it on camera.
Overhead cam, that would do it. Although you wouldn't get to see the height of the thing flying through the air in overhead cam.
I'm short a brick.
Yes, you are.
What? A green 2x4. I'm pretty sure I can get one.
Well, we have some more. I want to say hi to the chat. More people have arrived. We got Brick Jedi. We got Mr. NK. Nick has shown up. Is Rivendell elf stuff or Disney stuff? That is elf stuff, sir.
Oh.
That is the home of elves. And Moto's been chatting. I don't think you were here when we first started. And there's Brick Dudes as well. So, hey to everybody showing up.
It's a everybody sort at home kind of Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, my show's done. Now we can actually sort.
I got a big chunk of dragon growing here. The core of the
Oh wow.
ice dragon. It's got all kinds of snot. Snotty snot.
I've got all kinds of snot too.
Yeah, I know the
For totally different reasons.
starting in Atlanta, so I've been feeling it this week.
I just finished most of my series 24 stand. Now I have to go try and find S's in the black tiles that are horrible and make me cry because they're $5 a piece nowadays.
What's $5 a piece?
The 1x1 letter tiles that came in the we just lost Paul. That came in the letter packs years ago.
Yeah.
The black tiles with silver writing. The S's are like $5 a piece. And all the letters are expensive, but
Wow.
yeah.
You better not name your ship USS Mississippi then.
Well, yeah. What I'm gonna do is I saw in one of the Brixton minifig store I stopped in Kentucky. I'm trying to think what city it was. I can't remember. Anyways, they had in their windows, their glass windows, they just had 1x8 tiles with like series 1 through 24 printed on them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to see if Chris Campbell can make me some of those and bring them to Chicago. Because that will solve my S problem, most definitely. And I would think there's a lot of people that would want something like that anyhow.
I'm just waiting for the day where Chris Campbell throws his hands up and says, "Okay, no more, you people." He hasn't done it yet.
Well, I talked to him about it at Atlanta BrickCon, so.
I keep
Hopefully
telling
he's-
him, like, you could charge for this.
I'm going to pay him.
People will pay you money. You don't have to do everything like, oh, don't worry about it. It's, Someday, if I get my own token, I'll pay him to print up some tokens so that I can hand them out, leave them out at conventions as a token of appreciation.
You
What
should.
kind of token are you talking about?
Yeah, what kind of icon are you gonna choose for Falconer?
Yeah, so the shield that has the bird on it.
The Black Falcon Shield?
Yeah, the Black Falcon shield. Someone already took it and made it round, and I used that for my Bricklink.
Yeah. Okay.
Someone on Facebook just said, "Hey, I'm working on graphic design. I'll build you a logo for a Bricklink logo for free if you just toss me some ideas." And so I was like, "Sure." My source Falconer, and so he did that. But then I used it, and Sandlin goes, "Oh, it just really bothers me that the one letter doesn't completely fit. The letters aren't centered; they're slightly off kilter." And now that he's pointed it out, I see it, but I didn't even see it before.
Well, that's my life. That's the curse of doing what I do for a living. I notice things like stuff being off center and letter spacing and all that good stuff.
I mean, it was free, so you can't be too critical if someone throws you something that, maybe, I don't know, maybe he spent 10 minutes on it, maybe he spent more. I don't know what these things take, but so I'm not begrudging. It's still my logo on my Bricklink store, but I'm not going to print up 200 of them with it slightly off centered.
Well, you could just to watch Mark Twitch every once in a while.
I could just leave them in Mark's vision, field of vision, and see if he starts twitching.
It's the curse of working in graphic design is noticing bad kerning, the space between letters. If it's done badly on like a billboard or something, it sticks out like a sore thumb.
I didn't even know what that word meant until probably 10 years ago, and somebody's like kerning, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like,
kerning? Yeah, that's a typesetting word that you probably have heard of leading, which is the space between lines when you're typing.
I didn't know that.
And those words date back to old manual typesetting days where the leading was literally little thin pieces of lead that they put in between the lines of type that was in a letter press.
Yeah.
So it's funny because it's stuff that nobody does anymore, but it's something that we still use the terminology for it.
Yes, we do. So my first job in college was working at a local business that made what were called business directories, which were kind of like a mishmash of like a phone book, but with more detail. It was for local businesses in rural counties. They would buy these directories, and it would say who lived at the address, how many people were in the household, what the ages of the kids were. So if you were going to like try to do a mailer, you could target the households. This was all like very pre-internet, even very crude personal computers were just starting to come out. So it was all very labor intensive. Anyways, I worked in the print shop side of the business for a summer job. And there was a lady who would sit at this keyboard and she would just type things out, and it would print out on these little thin strips of tape. And then we would paste it on the negative or in the mock-up. And then where there was like a photography studio, they would take the negative and then we'd print plates. And then the plates would use to make, hundreds or thousands of copies. So every day, the first week, it was really cool because I'm learning something new about this sort of, basic printing business. And and I was all excited because I'm like, oh, today, you know, we touched up negatives and, you know, we did this and we did that. And then the second week I'm living at home with my parents, and my dad's like, what's wrong? And and I said, we did everything and now we're just doing it all over again and it's boring. The first week was super exciting because I was learning something new every day. And then that's
And that's the story of work.
it's called Welcome to Adulthood.
Welcome to adulthood.
Adulting. It's so much nicer to say.
And you do it again every day for the next 50 weeks.
Well, for the next 50 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one reason why I did not want to work a real person job. I was like, yeah, I don't want to do this for
A real person job?
yeah. I don't work. I'm a teacher. I don't work a real person job.
That's a very real person's job.
Well,
You make me think of Ghostbusters, where Dan Aykroyd is saying, I've been in the private sector. They expect results.
I like having a job where there's seasonality. You don't do the same thing every week and it changes. And like my ADHD brain functions much better on that sort of episodic schedule. It changes up. I can't imagine like working in the old days in industrial era, like you go to a factory and you put the same screw on the same thing every day for 51 weeks a year. I mean, yeah. No wonder alcoholism was a problem. Seriously. If you did that for 8 hours a day, then you're like, I need something to drink afterwards. Sorry, I took that off the rails, didn't I?
Just for completeness sake, there's my minifig stand for all the guys.
I'm pretty sure that one's a lady in front.
All the peoples. Fine.
Or is that the drag queen, maybe?
No, there's girls.
I'd like to talk to Lego about the fact that they give us way too many of these like underwater spear fishing spears. Like we don't really need that many Lego.
Well, kids want it.
It's the dreaded piece still in the bag. There it is.
No.
There it is.
They shorted me. Oh, no.
Nope, the piece was stuck in the bag.
As a store employee, that was one conversation that I learned very quickly I'm like, well, it's probably still in the corner of the bag. No. We looked and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to argue, but 95% of my experience as a builder, it's in there. I just didn't look hard enough. There is that, once in a blue moon where there actually is a missing piece. Ooh.
Here is the core of Zane's Ice Dragon. This is
Oh, wow.
This is bags 1 through 4 to do this.
It's looking very icy.
Yep, with the icy minty green.
Yeah, those spikes look great.
Yep.
You might need to put on a jacket.
So yeah, it's very cool, and I think the next bag number 5 here looks like it's going to be parts of the tail.
Cool.
One weapon I love that they made is this like 1950s style Flash Gordon space gun. Love this.
The Retro Blaster.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I should be sorting.
That's my biggest regret from when you were here, Jeff, is I did not take full advantage of your sorting prowess.
I know.
There's several bins of unsorted Lego in the house that I should have just pushed them into your room.
We just didn't really have time, right?
No, we did not.
I mean, we could have Sunday night, I guess.
You're going to need to come 2 days early next time just to sort my back Lego.
I was actually debating maybe coming a day early or like come in
Yeah,
on
you
Wednesday,
mentioned it.
and then I can like at least go to the Georgia Aquarium or do something like that. I don't know.
Or go
Even though
important places like hit all the best donut stores,
Yeah. My sister's asking what everybody's building.
I'm just sorting.
And I'm not building anything anymore because I just finished. And Adam's building a movie.
I'm building animation one frame at a time.
Adam, are we allowed to ask you about a certain Elvish set? Are you allowed to talk about that or no?
I mean, I can tell you. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing. I have it. I have to build it tonight.
Okay,
So,
I was gonna ask you about the building experience, but you haven't put it together just yet. Okay.
I have not yet. No. Yeah, I've been behind on a lot of projects, but I have to get that done for. I'm reviewing it for Beyond the Brick, and the review will be posted sometime around February 22nd, which has already been revealed by other people.
Okay.
But yeah, so next week you will see a lot of it.
Oh, okay. February 22nd is where everybody gets to drop their videos.
Is that deadline set by
Yes.
Beyond the Brick or by Lego?
That is the worldwide embargo for reviews. So when you do stuff for LAN, they always tell you, when your dates are, when you can and can't share things. And so for Rivendell, that is February 22nd. So that is when you will see everyone sharing their videos. And the set releases early March. I think it's like 4th or 5th, something like that. So yeah, it'll be a good time. So I'm excited to build it though.
It'll also be a little annoying though because everybody will be showing, hey, look what Land sent me, and me knowing that I probably won't be buying that set anytime soon, if I am at all.
Oh, I'll find it eventually, but I'll wait for the right GWP.
Yeah.
It's
Has anybody? Oh,
I mean,
go ahead, Mike.
it's a really beautiful set, but I probably won't ever buy it.
Yeah.
I'm
Did anybody-
leaning towards waiting for the parts to hit the pab wall because I want like the dwarven axes and the elven swords and stuff, but I don't.
Yeah.
The set I can give or take.
Those ferns though are what I'm really excited about.
Oh, yeah, the new fern leaves. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did anybody place an order to get the new gift for purchase this week? Or two? Yeah, but you're ordering dots, right?
I'm ordering plates and dots. Yeah, so it was easy to hit 100. So I actually placed 2 orders like the same day.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to see what it is.
What was
It
the
was
one?
the truck, right? It's the moving
100.
truck, right?
Yeah, it's the off-road ambulance,
Oh.
and it's $140 Canadian for it. So
That
Ooh,
really confused me because it looks like just a set that they cut. Like it looks like a
Yeah.
$20 set.
pretty much.
I agree.
yeah,
I don't
saw
think-
that one and I was just sort of like, what? Who would want this really?
But it's
Nope.
also double VIP points. So I mean, when you put those two together, it's like meh. Okay. Oh, we lost Captain.
I mean, I needed the mosaic plates whether there was a freebie or not, but might as well get the freebie.
Yeah. Well, I'm waiting for the moving van. I wouldn't mind getting a couple of those because I like the fact that it's the old style, like the '80s moving company logo.
Yeah, I still have more mosaic plates to order, so I'll probably place 2 more orders when that hits. Would you know when that hits? What the date is?
I can look it up. It's coming up. I think it's just after this one finishes, but I'll double check because I like doing the news. When you first held that blade up in front of the screen, Mark, I thought it was actually like one of the kid-size blades.
No, it's one of the Ninjago
Yeah.
new Ninjago pieces. The Ice Dragon comes with 1 in gold and
Yeah.
4 in trans-light blue for the dragon's wings. So
Interesting.
the big. So this is the tail of the dragon I've worked on here. So there's his bendy tail. And bag number 5 also contains the parts for his head. So there's his icy head.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
The lower jaw is this piece, which one of the fun things they've done with the dragons is they'll alternate between doing printing and making this an upper and this one they'll flip that one over and have that be the lower jaw so you get different
Oh,
look.
okay.
The
Oh,
Dragon,
that's
they have different looks depending on how they orient these big molded things.
Oh yeah, and the new BTS set's going to be shown at some point the next couple of days.
The new what set?
BTS, that Korean.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like,
It's hard to know how that's going to go because that's sort of like, I mean, it could sell really well. I really have no idea. Like, I know they're popular, but I don't have I have no sense of like how that's going to do.
You should see the amount of Twitter reactions it got, though. A lot of people were surprised. It got like over 1 million Twitter likes in like less than a couple hours from the moment it was posted. So that was everyone saying, calm down, this set will sell extremely well with the fan base because they're massive.
yeah.
Well, I mean, it could be. I really have no.
It's
I'm-
like if it gets the crossover, it can. But I mean, on the other hand, then you've got like Adventure Time came out and sold well the first week, and then just sat on shelves. So I mean, I'm sure that BTS is far more popular than Adventure Time.
Well, and
Yeah.
there's probably a lot of younger adults that are into BTS as well, so they might still be in the Lego age also, right?
I will say I'm excited to get more diverse like representation for minifig faces and stuff like that, though, because I feel like that's not something having like Asian style expressions and minifig heads is something that Lego is kind of lacking. Even in the Chinese New Year sets,
Yep.
the characters are still yellow, but they don't have recognizable features that would code them as Asian. And I feel like this is the one set that could be really do that.
Yeah, I was noticing that, the last couple Chinese New Year sets is that the head sculpts aren't particularly, they don't read Asian. They could be any ethnicity, and I would like for them to have some of that available.
Right. Yep.
The moving truck isn't even out yet, and I've already found 6 results for it on eBay. Actually, 8 results for it on eBay.
How much?
It's 84 through, well, I don't know if this is Canadian, so let's rephrase that. 60 in the UK to like $99. Again, I don't know if this is Canadian or it's eBay.com, so I'm assuming it's American, but
So are these just
it could be Canadian dollar.
people listing it that do they have it, or is it just like drop shippers trying to sell stuff they don't have?
Well, it's buy it now, so I don't know. Like, it's not even auctioned. It's just buy it now or best offer.
But does it say like in hand? Do they have an actual photo of it, or
No, it's the exact same picture.
They
Like
don't.
the original picture, so no one actually owns the set yet because it isn't available. So
yeah, that's kind of what I was,
So the ambulance goes to February 16th. So the assumption is this one's next. But who knows? Because like no one actually knows. Lego hasn't announced that yet. So
Yeah, usually they give us the dates for the next GWP at least 2 weeks ahead. So
yeah,
maybe it's a March 1st thing.
could be.
Yeah, I would assume March 1st. That means that the ambulance, it must be doubled up with the Tahoe, with the Bionicle one, right? Because
No, the Bionicle one ended, and then the ambulance started like 2 days later. I think it was.
okay.
They usually don't overlap them much. They sometimes will. It depends probably on how much stock they have left, right? Or if it's
right.
or if it's this one is for only these type of sets. Like if you buy classic sets, then you get this one, or if you buy another set type of city sets, you get this gift with purchase or something.
Yeah, they usually don't overlap. Every once in a while they do, and then Dana and I go crazy because we have to max out and get all 4 of the GWPs or whatever at the same time. It triggers some of
crazy.
It's actually saying the off-road ambulance is actually February 20th. Just trying to see if I can find a. Arr.
So, yep, there's the big dragony. Rah.
That's quite a underbite there.
Well, it's on the minifigure arms, the little thing, so he can sort of
Ooh.
give him a big old underbite if you want to.
Chomp. Oh,
He's got quite the underbite.
Rah, 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 rah.
That's awesome. Yeah, and actually, sorry, the ambulance does go to February 20th. So the moving truck probably should happen shortly after that.
okay.
And there will be probably an overlap though, because the Lord of the Rings Frodo and Gollum brickhead set, which comes with the Lord of the Rings set when you buy it, that starts March 5th. Oh, March 5th to the 7th. Wow, that's only 2 days.
What?
Yeah,
Crap.
What? 2 days?
that set must not be selling well at all.
Is that actually is this a current set? I thought it was a different one.
No, that is the brickheads that you can buy at the store right now.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. I thought they had created a special one just for it.
Not to my knowledge. I mean, that from what I've seen,
Yeah,
it's the exact same brickheads.
Yeah, you're right. $19 value. Interesting. Okay, that explains why they're only doing it for 2 days then.
So what's the thing happening over in the two-way window? Can you repeat that?
Sorry. Here, Mark. Can I, if I share something, can you pop it on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Percent share screen. So if you buy the Rivendell set, you get this set for free for 2 days only.
Okay.
But this is an active set, and it's not $19.99 US, obviously, because I'm in Canada. Deal with it.
So that's the GWP basically if you buy
That's-
the very
yeah.
first day.
Yeah, if you're the March 5th and 7th or 5th to 7th, which is funny because you have to be a VIP in order to get it.
Yeah.
Because the set goes on retail March 8th for everybody else.
Well, the other thing that's funny is that if you just wait till double point, that's worth more than the set they're throwing at you. So
Yeah. Yeah, but some people will, and most people probably have that set. If they're buying the Lord of the Rings, they probably already have the brickhead anyhow. So that could technically hinder them, I guess. I don't know.
I'm not a fan of the brickheads personally. I have never bought a brickhead set, put it together, and left it together. I've only bought them, put them together, and then parted them out. But that's just me. So
I have one that I haven't taken apart, and that was the Brick Me one that one of my daughter made,
okay.
and she made herself. So I kept that one together. It's somewhere in this room, but I don't know where it is. But I kept it. That's the
I
important
just
part.
have the Mandalorian one that's behind me on the shelf, like right there.
Oh yeah. I've got that one upstairs too.
That's
Good
the
one.
only one that I've ever actually. I think that may be the only brickhead set I've ever bought.
Huh.
But we are now coming up on 9 o'clock, so I think we're gonna wrap it up here. But thanks to everybody in the chat for hanging out with us. We actually had quite a few people in the chat hanging out and chit-chatting about stuff, and it's been a relaxing, messy Monday. I hope everybody has a good week, and we will see you guys on Thursday. Everybody have a good week, and we'll see y'all later.
See ya.
Bye.